No excuses, just results. That's the mindset you need to adopt if you want to accomplish something extraordinary. Every successful person you admire has one thing in common. They've faced challenges, they've dealt with setbacks, and they've had moments where it would have been easy to quit. But what separates them from the rest is that they didn't make excuses. They didn't look for reasons why they couldn't succeed. Instead, they focused on what they could do and found ways to make it happen. So ask yourself, are you going to be the person who always has an excuse, or are you going to be the person who gets results? The answer lies in your mindset, your actions, and your ability to push past the roadblocks that everyone else uses as an excuse to stop. Excuses sound like, I'm too busy, or it's not the right time, or I don't have the right resources. But the truth is, everyone has obstacles. The difference is that some people let those obstacles stop them, and others use them as fuel to propel themselves forward. And today we're going to explore why you need to be the one who takes charge of your life and leaves excuses behind. Let's talk about accountability for a moment. When you make excuses, you're not taking responsibility for your life. You're blaming outside factors, circumstances, and sometimes even other people for where you are right now. That's easy, right? It's easy to point the finger and say, well, this happened to me, or I didn't have the right opportunity. But here's the hard truth. Excuses don't create results. Actions do. Think about someone who truly inspires you. Maybe it's an athlete, a business person, or even someone from your own life who overcame incredible odds. Do you think they got to where they are by blaming others or waiting for the perfect situation? Absolutely not. They took full responsibility for their actions, their results, and their failures. They knew that if it was going to happen, they had to make it happen. No one else is coming to save you. The only person who can change your situation is you. If you want to transform your life, you must own it. Stop making excuses for why you're not where you want to be. Start asking yourself, what can I do today to make progress? Now let's talk about hard work. Success is not about talent. It's not about being born with some magical ability that guarantees success. It's about consistency. The real difference between those who succeed and those who fail is the willingness to show up every single day. It's about waking up every morning with a purpose. It's about doing the work even when you don't feel like it. It's about staying up a little later, getting up a little earlier, and pushing through when everything around you is telling you to quit. But here's the thing. There are no shortcuts. You cannot skip the process. It's like trying to build muscle at the gym. You can't just lift weights once and expect to be stronger. It's the repetition that makes the difference. It's the small, consistent actions that build momentum and eventually lead to transformation. Let's take a moment to think about the people we admire. The athletes who break records, the entrepreneurs who build empires, the creatives who change the world with their ideas. Do you think they got there by doing something special once? Of course not. They did it over and over and over again. And every time they didn't feel like working, every time it was tough, they made the decision to keep going because they know something powerful. If you do the work consistently, the results will come. It's like planting seeds. You don't see the tree right away, but you know that with time, your efforts will grow into something amazing. Now, let's shift gears and talk about mindset. Your mindset will determine everything. Your mindset is what will push you to work hard when you don't feel like it, to take action when fear tries to paralyze you, and to believe in yourself when doubt creeps in. A growth mindset is essential for anyone who wants to break through barriers. Those with a growth mindset understand that success doesn't come overnight. They understand that the process is as important as the outcome. They embrace challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. But what about the fixed mindset? People with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities are limited. They believe that if they don't succeed at something right away, it means they're not good enough. This kind of thinking keeps you trapped. It keeps you from reaching your potential because it convinces you that you can't before you even try. Here's a simple truth. You are capable of far more than you think. The power of your mind is limitless. When you believe that you can achieve your goals, when you know that you can learn from failure and adapt, your entire world shifts. Suddenly, setbacks become lessons. Obstacles become stepping stones, and you'll start to realize that the only limits you have are the ones you place on yourself. Let's be real for a second. Life isn't easy. Things will not always go according to plan. You will face setbacks, disappointments, and challenges. But here's where the magic happens. The most successful people are not the ones who avoid failure. They're the ones who bounce back from it faster and stronger. Resilience is a superpower. It's the ability to get knocked down and get back up. It's the courage to keep going when it feels like you're running on empty. It's the perseverance to push through difficult moments, knowing that they will pass. And it's the belief that this moment does not define me. My response to it does. Let me remind you, everyone has bad days. But what will separate you from the pack is what you do after those bad days. Will you wallow in defeat? Will you make excuses for why you can't go on? Or will you choose to rise, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward? Resilience is built through action. It's not about being perfect. It's about never giving up. Every time you feel like quitting, remind yourself, you're stronger than you think. So let's bring this full circle. No excuses, just results. Every decision you make today is a choice about your future. Every time you face a challenge, you have a choice. Will you make an excuse, or will you take action? This is your moment. The moment to step up and stop letting fear and doubt control your life. The moment to stop waiting for the perfect time. The moment to say, I will not make excuses. I will make results. No one else is responsible for your success. It's on you. But here's the good news. You are capable. You are powerful. And when you take control of your mindset and your actions, you will get the results you want. So, what's your next step? What will you do today to make progress? The world doesn't wait for anyone, so why should you? Make today the day you stop making excuses and start seeing the results you've been waiting for. The time is now. You have the power to make it happen. No excuses, just results. Start today.